discuss the four topics. One is the definite integral, second one is the improper integral, third one is the gamma function, fourth one is the beta function. So what is the definite integral? So definite integral means, see here, so integral a to b f of x dx is one integrand. Okay, I equal to integral a to b f of x dx. So in this case, the limits a comma b are finite, and the function f of x, is bounded. The function f of x is bounded for all x in given interval a comma b. Okay, for all x in a comma b. So in this case, given integrand I is called the definite integral. So definite integral means, so a comma b are constants, and that means finite values, and the function is bounded. Function is bounded in the given interval a comma b. In this case, given integrand is called the definite integral. Definite integral. We are all learned in the lower sections, intermediate level. So we already discussed so many problems. Okay. So now, second topic is the improper integral. So improper integral means either limits are infinite, either function is infinite in the given interval. Okay, either limits are infinite or the function is infinite in the given interval or at the boundary points of the interval. Okay, so that means given integrand. So this is the integrand. Okay, I am indicating with equation 1. So in this equation, integrand is a to b if a or b are both a and b. Either a or b are both a and b infinite. Okay, infinite. In this case, given integrand equation 1 is called the improper integral. That improper integral we call as first kind of improper integral. Okay, first kind of improper integral. And the second one is first one. Next, if the function f of x is infinite at the boundary points. If a comma b are not the infinite values, that means minus infinity or plus infinity, whatever that value, f of x is infinite at a or b or some points in between in interval a comma b. Okay, in the interval a comma b. So in this case, given integrand I is called the improper integral of second kind. Okay, second ka first kind, and second one is the second kind improper integral. Okay, na? So see here, I will explain one problem, one example. Integral 0 to infinity 1 by dx by a square plus x square. Okay, a square plus x square is the one problem. Here limits are 0 to infinity. So 0 is finite value, infinity is the not a finite value. That means b equal to infinity, a equal to the 0 if compared with the equation 1. So a is 0 means is the finite value, b is not finite. Okay, b is not finite. That means is the first kind of improper integral. Because of the limit is infinite. Okay, so if you solve this problem, you get this, which is equal to, I am going to define limit b tends to infinity. Okay, limit b tends to infinity, integral 0 to b dx by a square plus x square. Okay, a square plus x square. We cannot integrate directly by using the infinity, because of you may get the different values. That's why I want to take the finite value after completion of integrand. Okay, if you apply the limit, so in this case we may get the different values. Okay, which is the exact value is equal to limit b tends to infinity So dx by a square plus x square, so its integration is 1 by a into tan inverse of x by a. Okay, 1 by a into tan inverse of x by a. You know this. So limits are 0 to b. Okay, limits are 0 to b. So which is equal to limit b tends to infinity. Limit is b tends to infinity. So 1 by a into tan inverse of upper limit is b by a minus lower limit is 0. Tan inverse of 0 is, you know, the 0. Okay, tan inverse of 0 is the 0. So finally a into tan inverse of infinity. So that value is 1 by a. When will it happen? Tan inverse of infinity means that value is pi by 2. So finally pi by 2, which is equal to pi by 2a. Is it finite or infinite? Which is the finite value. If it is infinite, the given integrand is the divergent. If it is a finite value, given integrand is the converges to pi by 2a. So what value of you are getting last one, that is finite, then given integrand is the convergent, otherwise which is the divergent. So we can say directly which is the convergent or divergent. Yes, which is the convergent. We can write therefore given integral, okay, integrand is converges to pi by 2a. Okay, converges to pi by 2a. If it is not convergent, which is the divergent. Okay, na? Right. Our next topic is gamma function. So gamma function is the integrand function which is improper integral. That improper integral is defines integral 0 to infinity x to the power of alpha minus 1 e power minus x dx, which is the improper integral because of the one of the limit is boundary is the infinite value, x to the power of alpha minus 1 e power minus x dx. This integrand is the improper integral. Okay, improper integral, which integrand is convergent when alpha is greater than 0. If alpha is less than 0, that improper integral is the divergent. Divergent means if you find the value, you get the infinite value. Okay, now. So if alpha is greater than 0, when alpha is greater than 0, this improper integrand is the convergent. Okay, convergent. Okay, next we define if it is a convergent integrand. Okay, this integrand is convergent, we call this integral is called the gamma function. This integral is called the gamma function. We define that gamma function, denoted the gamma function is gamma of alpha. We define like this: integral 0 to infinity x to the power of alpha minus 1 e power minus x dx. Here alpha is greater than 0. So which is the gamma function. We denoted the gamma of alpha, which defined as which is equal to the integral. Okay, which is equal to the given integrand. So see here. Okay, if gamma of 1 equal to, what will happen? Gamma of 1 equal to, so what is the value? Some properties of gamma function is gamma of 1. So gamma of 1 by 2. So some values are there. See here, first one is gamma of 1. Gamma of 1 means integral 0 to infinity. Just substitute in place of alpha equal to the 1. So what will happen? X to the power of 1 minus 1 e power minus x dx is equal to, so integral 0 to infinity x to the power of 1 minus 1 is x power 0. X power 0 is equal to the 1. So next one is e power minus x. E power minus x integration is the e power minus x by minus 1. You can write e power minus x by minus 1. So that limits are 0 to infinity. Okay, now if you put upper limit and you get the minus is common term. So minus of e power minus infinity and e power 0. Okay, so minus of e power minus infinity values, what will happen? 0. Okay, so minus e power 0 value is 1. So minus and 1 is finally 1. That alpha gamma of 1 is equal to the 1. Gamma of 1 equal to the 1. Next, same similarly, so another property, gamma of m plus 1. So gamma of m plus 1 which is equal to the m factorial. Gamma of m plus 1 equal to the m factorial, or otherwise we can write m into gamma of m. M into gamma of m. Here m is the positive integer. M is the positive integer. If it is not an integer, we cannot write the factorial. If it is not an integer, we cannot write the factorial. So in this case, we can write the m into gamma of m. Okay, m into gamma of m. So that means simply we call alpha plus 1 which is equal to alpha into gamma of alpha. Here alpha is real value, positive real value, real constant. Okay, real constant. So gamma of m plus 1 equal to m factorial if m is the positive integer, otherwise we can take the m into gamma of m. Okay na, is one property. Next we have another property, so that value is gamma of 1 by 2. Gamma of 1 by 2 equal to the root pi. We have some proof for this value, so I will give proof to the next class. Okay na. So finally you should know gamma of 1 by 2 equal to the root pi. Gamma of 1 by 2 equal to the root pi. So I will give examples. I will explain one example, solve the one problem. Integral 0 to infinity. Okay, integral 0 to infinity root x e to the power of minus x dx. So what is the value? So find the value of that integral, improper integral. So that value can be determined. You should write in the form of gamma function. That gamma function is which is equal, that means evaluate. Okay, evaluate the given integral. That is integral 0 to infinity x to the power of 1 by 2 e power minus x dx. Okay, e power minus x dx. So which is not in the form of gamma. So gamma function means, say x to the power of alpha minus 1 e power minus x. Alpha minus 1. Minus 1 is must and should. So without write the minus 1, you cannot identify the alpha value. So you should write which is equal to the integral 0 to infinity. Okay, integral 0 to infinity x to the power of, so 1 alpha 1 by 2 means 3 by 2 minus 1. Okay, 3 by 2 minus 1 e to the power of minus x dx. So 3 by 2 minus 1 value is the 1 by 2. You know that. Okay, here alpha value 3 by 2. So you can write gamma of 3 by 2. You can write the gamma of 3 by 2. So gamma of 3 by 2 can be written as gamma of 1 by 2 plus 1. Okay, gamma of 1 by 2 plus 1, which is equal to alpha plus 1. Gamma of alpha plus 1 we already written the in previous one. That is gamma of alpha plus 1 equal to alpha into gamma of alpha. That means 1 by 2 into gamma of 1 by 2. So gamma of 1 by 2 value is root pi. You should substitute that one, 1 by 2 into root pi. Okay, that is root pi by 2. Root pi by 2, which is the given integrand value. Okay, so this is the, see here another example. Evaluate the integral 0 to infinity, integral 0 to infinity e power minus x cube dx. So whatever it problem, so observe clear first of all. So what are the limits given? So that given limits are 0 to infinity. So limits does not a problem to applying the, so compare with the gamma function. The only e power function is the problem. So here e power minus x cube, we should modify that term to the e power minus single variable. Okay, minus to the only variable, linear term. Linear term means that x power 1 only, but here x power 3. So we cannot apply the gamma function. So for that we should assume, let us substitute. Okay, substitute x power 3 equal to the t. Okay, t is new variable. So x equal to the t for 1 by 3. So dx equal to 1 by 3 into t to the power of 1 by 3 minus 1 dt. Okay, so substitute these values in the given one. So when x equal to the 0, we get t equal to the 0. 0 power 3 is always 0. Next x equal to the infinity. So x equal to the infinity, in this case t tends to the infinity or not? T tends to the infinity. When x equal to infinity, t tends to the infinity. Okay, x tends to infinity. That implies t is also tends to infinity. Substitute these limits and so given new variable values. So the total integral converted to the 0 to infinity e power minus t dx is equal to the 1 by 3 into t to the power of 1 by 3 minus 1 dt. So 1 by 3 is constant. Okay, 1 by 3 integral 0 to infinity t to the power of 1 by 3 minus 1 e power minus t dt. So observe clearly, is in the form of gamma function or not? Yes, which is in the form of gamma function. That is integral 0 to infinity t to the power of alpha minus 1 e power minus t dt. So here half I equal to the 1 by 3. We can write 1 by 3 into gamma 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 into gamma 1 by 3. So finally, so this is the procedure. So whatever the given problem, whatever it given in the problem, if it is evaluate the integral 0 to infinity, 0 to infinity must not should, okay, 0 to infinity. In this case, so e power minus single variable is needed, linear variable is needed, but here x power 3. If whatever here x power 3, some problems are indicated the x power 2 or x power 1 by 2. So whatever it, so you should assume that value equal to the single linear variable, that like equal to t, okay, equal to t. So next differentiate and find the limits to the new variable, and the total integral convert to the new variable and apply the gamma function. You will get the result. Okay na? So thank you. If you have any doubt, do comment. Okay, please subscribe my channel.